Stream is popped. Oh, no, you can see the cat. There she is, being a cat. Right. Hello, good evening. Unpause the game. We just stepped through a portal. That was what we did, wasn't it? We stepped through a portal.
Oh yeah, we had to think about it.
Not that we've ever done that before at all.
I mean, you need to go on the adventure. It's just like, you know,
What's the quickest way of doing it? I know, let's shove them through a portal.
Step one. It's really helpful when you're DMing if your players agree to go on the adventure. That's a good start.
Talking about
and not
lots of shopping.
It's
There
also,
are always other ways to get them there.
Yeah,
If they
it's-
won't do the initial route, just get them there another way.
It's not always a given that they will agree to go on the adventure as written, but you were very cooperative and you stepped through the portal. Are we going to get a brief update from Galray as to what we're doing?
There is a small letter to his mother.
Oh, well, let's hear from Galray.
Hello, Mother. Didn't really get up to much recently. We ended up going to Baldur's Gate. A shopping trip. We all needed supplies of one kind or another. Cooking supplies. Sasha needed some items of a clerical nature. I managed to pick up a bow that I've been promised makes me more accurate in combat. I've yet to see if it works, but it's one of those. The main person that benefited from our shopping spree was the unofficial leader of our team, Dave, who has now got better armor than all of us and has his own carriage. We're the ones riding in it, but it's his carriage. Almost waiting to suddenly see Dave's picture appearing on the side of it in some form. But pretty uneventful. We got back to Candlekeep, where Vedekes decided to show off all of his new clothing he'd bought in the middle of the bar, including his underwear. At this point, most of us left in different directions to try and find other things to do. Personally, I have started studying the Goblinoid language. We've been finding a few of them around, so I thought it'd be nice to know what they're saying. Or swearing at us. Probably swearing at us, to be honest. During this time, Juniper was approached by a half-elf. I believe her name was Loris. I'm not fully too sure. But their friend had gone missing. A dwarf called Folthax. Apparently they'd not been themselves recently and had taken to reading a book, The Price of Beauty, to try and get them out of this slump. But they'd now gone missing. The last time they'd been seen was reading this book. So we asked Loris to show us where this book was. And the book turned out to be quite a beautiful looking book with a polished mirror in the front. Detecting it, it turned out to be magical. And it had been written by someone called Silvery Silversong. Vedeketh looked into the mirror, as is his wont, and a voice started praising his looks. This was like a kid with candy, to be honest, but, you know. It even asked if he'd like to change his looks. He asked for his eyes to change colour, and it happened. We couldn't really get much out at that point, until Viz very cleverly came up with an idea, and changed their appearance to look like Folthrax. Acting depressed, saying how sad they felt, at which point the book said, Silvery can help. And a portal opened. The Candlekeep is supposed to be a place of security and peaceful study. Why is it so many damn portals open in this place and people go missing? And I thought being a scholar was an easy life. We have stepped through this portal and found ourselves in a wilderness area with some ruins in front of us. Hopefully I'll be able to wait to you and tell you what happens if I ever get out of here. Talk to you later, Mother.
Yeah, as we said, security at Candlekeep seems to be a little bit lacking.
Pretty rubbish.
Yeah.
It's just like portals popping up everywhere.
I mean, if you gave a load of academics, it does feel a little bit like Candlekeep is crossed with the Unseen University.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I think Unseen University is better defended.
Yeah, it's just
You just get turned into apes at
Yeah.
Unseen. I nearly said monkey. I'd have got a slap from nowhere on that one. This large orange hand would have just appeared through a portal, slapped me, and gone off again.
Indeed. Well, so you stepped through the portal, and you found yourselves on a woodland trail. I believe there were some lilies, stone lilies, to follow.
Sort of leading the path away, weren't they? If I remember
they were
rightly.
sort of leading away from you. So you followed the lilies on this lovely woodland trail, and you've now arrived in front of a building. Think a sort of beautiful. It looks like a temple, like a slightly sort of Greco-Roman, whatever the equivalent is in favour, and it's a very beautiful facade. There's lots of little woodland creatures, and it seems like it's very tranquil, very peaceful. There's some double doors in front of you, a few windows on this side of the building. What are you doing?
So it's a beautiful building surrounded by beautiful animals in a tranquil setting.
Yep.
Right, everyone roll for initiative.
Vedeketh is going to go and knock on the door.
Ah, that's very polite.
Well,
The
He's
door,
very taken by the beauty of the area and the place.
He feels very at home. That's
well,
what it is.
the door is opened, and a what type of person is this? A dark-haired man in fine clothes is answering the door, and he says, "Welcome, welcome to the Temple of the Restful Lily. Please come in."
Oh,
And he
okay then.
steps to sort of gestures behind him so that you can step into the the lobby, I suppose.
And I will gesture behind me to everyone else. Come on, we're going in.
what was it? Was it Temple of the
Restful Lily.
Restful Lily?
Yeah.
So I got to start making notes ready for the next session.
He steps back behind this desk here. There's quite a lot of NPCs. I didn't give them all tokens. So he steps back behind the desk and he says, "Welcome. It's so wonderful that you find yourselves here at the Temple of the Restful Lily. We have many services for weary travellers such as yourselves. We have a luxurious bathhouse. Perhaps you'd like a massage or a haircut, shave, pedicure. All services are available. Whatever your pleasure, we are here to serve you." And he gives a bow.
Why am I almost imagining Vedeketh sprinting up the corridor away from us at that point?
Be back in a couple of hours.
He's like, tip the man.
Is
tip
that
the
all
man.
it takes you?
There's a sort of price card on the table.
Okay, that's just stopped him. Right.
I have to pay.
Yeah.
The man very discreetly he looks towards the price card, but he's not so brash as to say it, but yeah, there is a card with some information on it.
Can I ask which deity this temple is dedicated to?
You can. That sounds like a question I should know the answer to. I think it's Sune.
I was about to say soon would make
Yeah,
sense
Soon.
because of the sort of thing it does.
Yeah, it's Sune. It's a temple of Sune.
Cool. That's just, interesting facts.
I just
So,
have
yeah.
images when he started talking about would you like a haircut and shave. He was looking at me, and it's like I just dragged myself through a bush.
He's
Yeah.
very carefully not looked directly at anyone when he was saying any of these things. Extremely polite, very deferent, very careful to just generally offer the services and not single anybody out for any.
So he's your
particular reason.
archetypal concierge, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fix at a point on the wall and don't look anyone in the eye.
But
While at the same time trying to let everybody look at the prize card.
Yeah.
Look at everyone and no one at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. He's very warm.
Actually, we're kind of looking for someone.
Oh, somebody who's come to visit the temple?
We think so, yeah.
Oh. What is their name? We have several visitors at the moment.
Suddenly,
Full of
Bedeketh has run out of intelligence. Hang on, what's his name?
His name is Fuldruck, or their name is Fuldruck.
Fuldruck.
A dwarf
Oh.
by race.
I don't immediately recognise that name, but there are many people. There are many people here and several other people working. I would certainly be happy to have a look and see if I can find anybody of that name. Fuldrick.
Does Fizz, are you still disguised?
I was gonna say I could just do disguise self again and just like he looks like this and then just sort of and then on and off.
Oh, that's oh.
Have you seen this person? Whoop.
Have you? Yeah, exactly. I think Fizz would be very good at Crime Watch.
No, you wouldn't be. It's not fuzzy enough on the picture.
Just on and then just sleep well, don't have nightmares, and then off again.
The chap is very surprised, and he says, "Oh gosh, okay, yes, okay, yeah, I don't."
Fuldrick's friend is missing them and has asked us to look for them.
I don't immediately recognise them, but let me ask around for you. Maybe I was away from my station when they arrived.
That is
Well,
much
not.
appreciated. I'm trying to think. How long was it that did she say how long it had been that?
Yeah, that
Fuldruck
was
had
what
been
I was
missing?
going to say. Did we actually get that, or did we just go, "Oh, guys, the friend's missing. Go find friend," and we were like, "Oh." Didn't ask the actual details.
I think
Back
it was
at my-
about 2 nights ago.
Oh
Back in my
that's
head, I was
right.
thinking a couple of days.
But is that a couple of days? That's a couple of days where we don't know what
Exactly.
the
What's time scale here?
Time scale is here. But we can. Can I do a history check on the name of this place?
Yes, you can.
Awesome. Let me get my.
Actually, on a follow-on bit, while you're doing that, can I do a nature check and see if this place seems natural to our world? You know, the animals, the nature going on, you know, things like that. Just think, you know, it could indicate we're not on Faerun.
That was my thinking because I've rolled
Yeah.
a 17, so
17. With a 17, you have vaguely heard. I mean, obviously, so you came across the book, and the book was directing you to somebody called Sylvie. You've maybe seen a couple of mentions of it as a sort of magical place.
I rolled a 9, so I'm not actually too sure. It's possible, but
I mean, there's a lot of magic here. You've just stepped through a portal. You're not quite sure where you are. It seems to be quite an enchanted woodland. There's a lot of.
it doesn't
everybody's
eliminate.
very happy. All of the animals.
you know, we could have been
very
transported somewhere else on Faerun.
I was
but
going to say it doesn't sound like it's not Faerun, but it doesn't sound like it sounds like like you said, the enchanted woodland. Like as soon
Yeah.
as you step in, there's a ward around or something that goes, "Oh,
Yeah.
you're happy now."
Everybody
I mean, the
seems
fact this
very-
is Sunite does point to the fact it is Faerun, but
Yeah.
it could just be a.
I mean, you certainly don't see any species that are unusual. It's all sort of squirrels and deer and butterflies and like happy shit that you're like you recognize all of the things. Even on a 9, you're like, yeah, I know what all of those animals are, and you're a very experienced traveler. So you can if you listen to the birds, you're like, no, I can identify what birds those are. It all seems very familiar. Just
Yeah.
everyone's very happy. There's no, doesn't seem to be any murder going on in this animal kingdom, as there so frequently is in the real one.
Do we feel happier?
I mean, it's very, very tranquil. It's very tranquil. You don't feel like you're. I mean, you feel quite peaceful because you're in a peaceful place, probably.
If anything, I probably feel more uneasy because it's too peaceful. Obviously, we will say to this person that Foldrak, we believe, has a couple of days.
Yes, it's possible that one of my colleagues was at the desk, so I will ask around. Meanwhile,
Very kind.
are there any? Could I interest you in any treatments or any? Maybe just resting or what?
Good.
What would you like, friends? You look travel weary.
A nice
Alright.
tea. A
Yes,
herbal tea.
absolutely.
And a cake.
And
And
a, oh,
cake.
yes.
Yes, absolutely. If you follow through the door to your right there, and he gestures to a door here. If you move over into the lounge, one of my colleagues can assist you with rest. There's teas and cakes can be bought in from there. Please feel free to rest.
I do believe, sir, slash person, that you may or may not have mentioned something about a massage.
Oh yes, we offer many kinds of treatment. Many kinds of treatment. Oh dear. Hello.
Hello.
My
Discord froze.
Discord has frozen.
Yeah.
Yes, we offer many kinds of treatment. A massage is 20 gold pieces and lasts for an hour. I can direct you to our treatment rooms. There are also there's also changing rooms behind me. He gestures to the sort of area behind him. They've got lockable storage boxes if you need to get changed, and you'll find a robe there, and
Oh, absolutely. Sign me up for a massage.
okay. Well, that's extremely good news. So he sort of directs you to a changing area. So these over here are the little changing benches, and there's a corridor beyond the lobby runs between two rows of curtained cubicles where guests can change out of travelling clothes and armour. Each cubicle contains a wooden stool, two white robes hanging on hooks, and a large wooden trunk with a lock. We would ask. We do like people to store their armor and especially their weapons before entering the facilities. I can give you a key for that trunk, and you can take the key with you. And we don't have any other copies.
Okay,
So
what
he-
about books?
What about books?
Yeah.
He looks confused.
And I just pat the book that's attached to my hip. And I'm like, I don't really like to leave the book behind.
He looks like this is a very like he just has a look of like this person and this request seem weird.
There is a disconnect.
Yeah. He blinks a couple of times and says, well, I'd hate to force a guest to be in any way uncomfortable, so if you must carry your is it a holy book?
Yes.
Well,
Of sorts.
I couldn't possibly separate a religious person from their holy book, so yeah, feel free to keep hold of that if you must. But we do ask that everything else goes in the trunk. Ideally for your friends as well. If you're coming into the temple.
I think this is a subtly worded invitation to disarm ourselves.
He's standing
Hashtag disrobes.
very politely.
Before we go any further, can I just peruse the price list? Is everything priced up for gold, or is there any other sort of pricing happening on this price?
So it says that entry to the bathhouse costs 5 gold pieces per person, includes the use of the enchanted baths, a comfortable robe and the locker, which we've just discussed. Lodging is 4 gold pieces per person. Meals are 5 silver, and the lounge can provide food and beverages. A haircut is 2 gold pieces, shave is 1 gold piece, waxing is 10 gold pieces, massage is 20 gold pieces.
How much money have you got left, Venica?
Loads that you were.
Manicures and pedicures are 2 silver pieces.
I'm going to get everyone together briefly because we've got a way around this. We don't have to lock our weapons in the locker.
Yeah, I have our
You've got the
shiny
bag.
bag of holding.
Yep. So
I
we
mean,
could
I'm
say
all-
we could say we've put it in the locker, and actually put it in the bag. So that way, if we do need to get our weapons out, we've still got them with us.
EJ, did you ask the man if there were about the? Did you just look at the price list?
Yes, I was going to look at the price list to see if it was all written down in sort of like gold and silver.
The chap sees you looking at the price list, and he says, "We may have other more magical services on offer, but those are not priced in quite the same way."
They've got under the counter services. This is where we.
Interesting. What sort of other service are you offering?
Well, if people want a more transformational experience, then you would need to speak to one of my supervisors.
Thank you. I'm going to wait until we've moved away from the very, very nice man, and just go transformational.
Well, the book has already changed Vedica size. Perhaps this is why no one has found our dwarven friend.
It feels like we might need to into it more, eh?
Minus what? Sorry, you broke up there.
We might need to look into this a little bit more, eh?
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
think
not getting transformed. No,
I
not
think
me.
we pretend to put our weapons in the locker, but make use of the bag just in
Okay.
case we need access to them quickly.
So he assigns you each a changing room and a key for a locker, and there's big fluffy robes available. I like to imagine the whole party now in big fluffy spa robes.
Cozy,
Are
lovely.
they embroidered with the spa name on them as well?
They've just got lilies, and the lilies that are embroidered on
motif.
them as a motif that are sort of lightly enchanted so that they sparkle slightly.
Oh, that's cool. I appreciate the fine artistry.
This puts me in an awkward position because I prefer to wear my own gear. But
Put
yeah.
the robe on. Get around. Put the robe on.
Just awkwardly put it over your own clothes.
Big fluffy logo over a travelling hood.
Yeah, no, you've done that thing. You know that thing when people go out and they go out for the night, but for some reason they can't put the coat on because it'll ruin the line of their outfit. So they sort of sling it over their shoulders and then spend the whole evening looking uncomfortable as they're trying to keep their jacket on their shoulders. I think
Is
that
there a hood to the robe?
Yes. Yes.
I like to think also that Galray's rolled his trousers up so you can't see them poking out the bottom of the robe.
No. He will change into the robe, but the hood will be up.
Okay.
Is the robe actually big enough so that Sasha would be able to put it like on the leather armor?
I
Would
mean,
that work?
sachets not very big, are they? So, yeah. I imagine that there's a selection of sort of sizes available to cater to all.
One size fits no one.
Yeah, exactly. One size fits no
That'd
one.
be
So,
a miracle. This is a miracle spy. What you mean the robes fit people? Fuck.
so yeah, I imagine you would be able to take a robe that covered your armor. It probably looks like you're wearing it over your armor, but that's fine.
You're still slightly clanking.
I mean, it's only leather armor, but yeah, you're probably creaking slightly still.
Your little creak, yeah.
Just awkwardly manoeuvring on a massage table.
Are you wearing armor? No, this is why I need the massage, mate. Limbs are aching.
It's not armor, it's my hips. That's what's making that noise.
After the massage, Stasha loses 2 AC. Because the armor's now really soft and supple.
Yeah. You look a bit bulky under that robe. How dare you?
Their skill in stealth has increased because the leather's no longer creaking.
Fantastic.
And if anyone comments, you look a bit bulky under the armor. How dare you, slap?
Yeah, this is a safe environment, I'll have you know.
How dare you, body shame?
Dare you? Yeah.
I'll just image the Sasha then passing down and just passing the bag through each curtain so we can stuff our gear in it, then passing it back as we're walking along.
Yeah, I did as I put the oversized robe on. I do the thing where you like flop the extra length on the sleeves to just look like I'm having fun, which I would have fun with, but to try to justify the extra length of everything.
Okay. Your concierge is very polite. He sort of, you sense that he's internally raising an eyebrow, but he's far too polite to physically do so.
He's too well paid.
Yes. So, he says, well, thank you very much for stowing all of your weapons. That's we're very grateful for that. If you'd like to go through to the lounge, you requested beverages. Those will be available there. And one of my colleagues will come and fetch the people who wish to be massaged. So you're all moving into the lounge?
Why not?
So large cushioned chairs are set around this open space. Calming music fills the air, which carries a floral scent. A bar takes up one corner of the room, alongside shelves of expensive wines and spirits and baskets of fresh fruit. 2 tables stand along one wall, each set up as a manicure and a pedicure station with nail files and clippers and bottles of nail varnish and all sorts of exciting things. So these here.
I'm heading straight for the end stall on the bar.
There's there are a couple of staff in here, and there's also an elf sitting on a cushioned chair. And she says, welcome. It's wonderful to have new guests. My name is Morgana. I hope you enjoy your stay at the Temple of the Restful Lily. What can I get you refreshments? What are you after?
Cake, please.
Cake, of course. What type of cake would you like?
What do you have?
We can provide whatever you would like.
Key lime pie and a cup of coffee, please.
Key lime pie and a cup of coffee. Absolutely.
A tiramisu and espresso, please.
I sense a coffee theme. Absolutely. Are we very stressed adventurers? This is a lot of caffeine, but absolutely.
Yeah. I've been trying to tell them that, but we're apparently a coffee party.
Well, some people find coffee to be a relaxing.
I know I do.
Well, absolutely. I will fetch.
I'm going to test them.
Okay.
Maple bacon roll.
Oh. What is a bacon roll?
Ah, see? They can't conjure everything. we can teach them something.
We all sort of giggle to ourselves and just say,
Yeah.
"Don't worry."
Okay.
Inside joke, don't worry.
Is this a thing? I would love to learn about this thing if it's something that you think people would find
Well, at the
relaxing.
moment, it's under it's a
Patent
certain
pending.
place. There's a tavern within
Oh, that's right.
Baldur's Gate that has the priority for using it. So we'd have to get permission to trade the recipe with you. But
Okay. Well, if you ever wish to do so, then we're
Yes.
always happy to learn new things.
yeah, in that case, just a standard bacon roll and a mead, please.
Okay. Yes, of course.
I would like maple cheesecake and black tea with coconut milk, please.
Okay, absolutely. And for your very shiny friend, for your very relaxed-looking friend, less shiny than usual friend, for the
inner
friend, your
radiance comes
friend
out.
with a book.
My friend, yes. I would very much like a glass of Westgate Ruby, please, if possible.
Absolutely, absolutely. So she dispers
Actually,
off.
could you bring a small pot of maple syrup with you for a moment?
Of course, of course. So she dispers off behind the bar and into through a door, into what you presume is a kitchen or some kind of magical conjuring area, and you can hear sort of hustling and bustling, and then sort of 10 minutes later she comes back with all of your requests. She's not carrying them. There's a couple of sort of staff walking behind her with trays who've got all of the things on, and they set the food down on the table in front of you. So all of your requests are there as noted. There is a small pot of maple syrup.
They may not know about maple bacon, but it doesn't stop me dunking the bacon into the maple syrup and put it back in the roll.
Absolutely
I'm not
does
stupid.
Absolutely does not.
Have they sort of left us to enjoy our beverages, etc.?
Yeah,
Or
so
have they
she's wandered off for the moment. You are alone in the room.
Have a
So-
seat, Miss Comfy
With a
looking
lot
chair
of
over
cake.
Here.
There's a lot of cake. So in between mouthfuls of cake, I'll be like, so are we going to? What do we want to do? Like, do we have a look around, or do we ask them about these transformative service?
Part of me thinks split our time and search the place, but that would also mean us being separated at the same time.
I think what we should probably try and do is split up and search the place, but that would mean us being separated at the same time.
Great idea. I don't know who else could have thought of that.
God, Vedic, have you been around that book?
Definitely giving him one of the brains department.
I mean, if we're gonna try and find, we've got to try and find the dear missing friend, and also, this place is weird.
It's too peaceful. It's too happy. It's
It's
too relaxing.
perfect.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. It's too perfect. It's not a natural balance of things. Like, where's the chaos?
My pie's quite good.
I must admit, from what
Like,
I've
is it
heard,
too good? Sorry,
Soon likes everything to be beautiful.
but
So
is the cake
maybe that's just linked into it.
beautiful? Is the cake just aesthetically pleasing, or is it actually nice to eat? That's what I want to know. As I dip the fork into the tiramisu and take a bite, I want to know what I'm feeling when I take this bite.
I mean, it feels like good cake to you.
Damn, there goes that theory.
Like,
I
you
mean,
want to-
I have heard a thing or two about this goddess.
Hmm.
In my own.
You
shall
mean
we
you've done
say-
research?
Yeah, you could say. So I read a book once.
Paladins
just
accidentally get
once.
taught things occasionally. It's just a...
Yeah, I read a book once. It had some good pictures in.
Okay. It was
you
my
know.
first goddess book. Okay.
The kiddie's guide to the pop-up goddess and
Pop-up
goddess book.
goddess
It's
book.
Yeah.
very difficult to qualify as a paladin without accidentally learning something about some holy things. It's just
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think we find in the facts that I might try and remember, that there's something about it's like a Sunite saying about beauty not being just on the outside.
Makes sense.
Um,
To be
I don't
beautiful on the
think there
outside,
is
you need to be beautiful on the inside.
something like that. So I don't
Mm.
think that you know, it all looks really nice, but it can't be like ugly underneath because then it would go against.
The goddess. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my one fact for the day. Bediket has
He's got
stretches
to go
into
lay
it.
down now.
Yeah, he's off for a massage. Quite literally.
As you say that, the door to the north of you opens and a drow appears. The drow says, "Good morning, friends. My name is Ilmar. I gather one of you was interested in a massage.
Oh yes, that would be me.
I am your therapist. So if you would like to accompany me into the treatment rooms," and he goes back through the door and sort of steps and holds the door open so that you can
Oh yes, certainly, sir.
come with him. If you just come into this.
Oh.
Come into my parlour, said
Come
the
into
spider
this
to the
into
fly.
this room here. And he gestures to this sort of first treatment room on your right there. Says, welcome. Is there a is there some specific massage you are interested in, or is this a full body massage? Are you interested in back, neck, and shoulders? What's your
Benny, and
what are
behave
your
yourself.
needs? What are
I
your
never
needs?
said a word. I'll just expect the screen to go black.
Oh, a full body massage sounds good. We've been adventuring for quite some time.
Oh, well, okay, so I'm just going to leave you to get ready. If you could just remove everything apart from your underwear and then lie face down on the bed.
And he's like,
that's just spoiled his idea.
Bediket just kind of like looks under his robe and goes, "No." He's already removed his underwear because he's got a robe on.
Okay, if you...
Yes.
Ivar smiles to himself in a kind of like... Yes, this is a thing that happens periodically. If you'd like some fresh underwear, there is some available here. And he gestures to a pile of clean pants on the side there, so that your dignity may be preserved. He says,
He doesn't know Vedicast dignity.
I'll just give you a moment to settle yourself, and if you could just be face down on the massage bed, I'll just give you a couple of minutes." And
Okay,
he
so
leaves
I
again.
will acquire a set of said underwear and don it appropriately,
Excellent.
and then I will assume the position
Assume the position.
on the bed, massage table thing.
Okay. So there's a little knock on the door after a few minutes. Are you prepared, sir?
Yes, quite ready.
Okay. So he comes back in. And he starts doing massage things. So he's getting his little aromatherapy stuff out, and it's all very like nicely lit. And he starts massaging you. Are you just gonna enjoy the treatment, or are you gonna entertain him in some conversation, or what is your massage plan?
My massage plan is to ask him very, very nicely if he's been busy the last few days.
Yeah, we've had a few people through the last days. I think there's a handful of guests still here at the moment. It's been averagely busy for the time of year.
Oh, interesting. Just because I find these sort of things very interesting, demographically speaking, big word. He's been practicing that one.
It's a good word, sir. It's a good word.
Thank you. It took a lot of effort. It's a good job I'm already laying down. What type of people would they be?
Type of
Just,
people, sir?
Yeah. So are they elves, humans, gnomes, kobolds? Are kobolds people? Don't know. Anyway,
Oh, we have a variety of guests staying at the Lily at any one given time, sir. I think at the moment, I think at the moment we've got a couple of halflings. There's a dragonborn knight. I think we often have. There's often drow. There's often elves. Were you interested in somebody in particular, sir? This is a sort of interesting question. It's not what I
we were
usually get
kind
asked.
of, my friends and I, my adventuring companions, um, we were looking for a mutual friend, um, who's maybe not been having the best of times recently and might come for, a little spa trip to cheer himself up.
Oh.
It was a stoic little dwarf, not so little really, but dwarves are much shorter than half elves generally.
I'm not certain I've seen any dwarves. What sort of things do you and your friends? What sort of adventuring do you and your friends do?
All kinds of things. We mostly contract for Candlekeep these days.
Ah, the
Have you heard
library.
of them?
The library,
Yes,
yes.
yes. And that's where this dwarf, who is a mutual friend of somebody that works at the library, um, is currently missing. Um, hasn't been himself recently, so we are rather worried, as you can imagine.
Ah, um, as you're sort of having this conversation, there's a very brief tap at the door, and the door opens very briefly, and one of the staff who you saw in the lounge sort of pops their heads around the door, and Ilmar says, "Oh no, everything is fine in here," and they go away again.
Oh, what was that?
Um, Nothing, sir. Nothing at all.
Oh dear, Ilmar, I might not be the brightest spark, but I do get the impression that you may be hiding something from me. Oh.
If, I sense you might be the trustworthy sort, but we shouldn't have this conversation where people might be listening. So.
Oh, okay. Anyway, just press a bit harder there where your elbow is.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
absolutely, sir.
Not the first time he
Absolutely.
said that.
Oh yes, just the spot. I would like, being the slightly kind of multi-classed character that I may be. I would like to, let me find what it's actually called on my sheet. Please hold. Yeah,
While he's
it's
doing that, I'm making jokes that the drow took him in there, but as he turned over, there was an ogre waiting to do the massage.
I would like to use my awakened mind ability
Ooh.
to telepathically speak to the drow,
Okay.
and ask him if he or we are in danger. He can tap me on my left shoulder for yes, and my right shoulder for no.
Okay. Um, he hesitates, and he gives you a hesitant tap on your left shoulder.
Okay. Is the danger imminent? This is also telepathic.
He taps you on your right shoulder.
Okay. Okay.
He goes to the table, and so the massage has been continuing. This is sort of taken. I imagine you've been talking about other bits and pieces as well. This is like an hour's massage, so he's been doing his bits and pieces. You're approaching the end of the time, and as he's finishing, so he's sort of been clearing up. He says, I hope you've enjoyed my services today, sir. I can see you've been very, very travel weary. So I hope that I have relaxed you. Obviously, we would like you to fill in our questionnaire. rating our services. If you could, give me a 5-star review, that would be amazing, sir.
Oh, Ilmar, if there was 6 stars, I would give you all of them.
Very kind, sir. Very kind.
In this case, I'll just give you 1. I'm joking.
And he slips you a piece of paper.
Oh, lovely. The review sheet.
The review
Excellent.
sheet, sir. The review.
I will just pop this in my pocket in my robe.
And I will leave you to get yourself organised, sir. And he leaves the room.
Okay. So Vedekes can stand up, get his robe back on, pat his book, just check it's still there. And then he's going to go.
I misheard you there. I thought you said but.
Yes, I thought you said but as well. Pat his book.
At his own book.
His book.
No, he's not shopping at Asda this week, guys. It's okay.
I was trying to figure out why you want to tap your butt and see if it was still there.
It's like, really wasn't that kind
What
of massage.
massages are you going to?
And he'll just mutter under his breath, shit. And then,
Giving me a note when I can't read it.
oh no, so yeah, that's what you think. So Vedeketh is going to make his way back to the lounge.
Okay. Everybody else has been eating cake, I assume. Unless, did anybody else have anything they wanted to do whilst, I should have given you the option, whilst Vedeketh was having his massage?
I kind of just want to have a look around the room because we've got things in front of us that look lovely and everything like that, and there's like a fully stocked like wine and bar. It looks like there's a fireplace.
Yep.
Is there anything?
It's very cozy.
Is there anything special about the fireplace or anything around it?
Roll me a perception.
Oh no! Here we go.
We are playing Dungeons and Dragons. You know.
Doing a perception.
Oh dear!
I feel like I've given you quite a lot already today.
That's fair. That's why I got a bad roll. It's a 9.
Yeah,
it's just a fireplace.
It's a fireplace. It's got a fire.
Is it just the elf in here with us, or are there other staff members?
There are a couple of other staff members. They're kind of nondescript humans.
I say, how are they interacting? Do they seem to be watching us? Are they trying to make themselves look, we're cleaning the table while trying to listen in on conversation type things?
Roll me a perception.
I'm so glad you said that. One of my strengths.
Doing a percept.
So what do? I rolled an 8 with my +6. So that's actually I rolled a 2. I really shouldn't say anything. It's my strength ever again. I'm so glad I had the extra +6.
You did.
That's like going. Oh, that looks like a good vein.
I mean, they look like. I mean, there's not huge amounts to do, but they don't. Nothing sets off your these people are.
My spider senses are not
your
tingling.
Spider senses are not tingling. They're wiping down tables. They're also. So the manicures and the pedicure stations are in here. So they're also sort of cleaning equipment and They are the sort of busy that we are all acquainted with if we have worked in not very busy customer service roles.
I will ask the elf at some point, because you said she's ran by the bar.
She's sort of
do they have
around.
Gardens here?
Oh,
do they have gardens
here?
Yes,
we do have a garden. My very good friend, almost sister, if you will, offers exercise services in the garden. It's through, and she sort of points you back into the hallway and says it's through on the other side of the hallway, just there.
I may take a look at some point.
Yes, Azirisa is there. She does work. She does the most amazing workouts. Amazing. So if you're into a bit of physical activity, if you want to get your strength up, then her workouts are quite something.
I may have a look at some point. Thank you.
Are you interested in changing your physical appearance? Is that are you looking to?
No, I'm happy how I look. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay, sir. No worries.
All right then.
I might be interested.
Oh.
In some.
What?
How big of a modification can you do?
Well, that would depend on what you could offer us in return. Many options are available to us here. We have significant magics available, but you would need to barter for these services. So it would depend what you could offer us in return. What would you give us? We could give you youthfulness. We could change your physical appearance. And she's sort of she's very focused on you right now, in quite she's holding you very closely in her attention, and speaking in a quite a low voice, and she's obviously trying to engage you in this conversation.
That might be useful because I'm a bit short and my legs are quite short, and I have a tall brother, and who's long legs. It's sometimes hard to keep up, and that gets annoying.
Would you like to become more human, or perhaps an elf?
If that would be possible, that would definitely be an interesting thought.
We could certainly, she's very interested now, we could certainly achieve something like that. But you would need to make a bargain with us.
Right. I would have to think about that because I'm sure I have something to bargain with, but
yeah.
I'd like to think she looked disappointed when she offered it to me, and I said no, because then I'm a burly human with a scar down the side of my face, and I go, no, I'm quite happy, thank you.
I don't know if this is relevant, but Sasha is lying to just get information because another dwarf got the same offer.
She's watching you very closely. She seems very interested that you might be interested in her transformation. Of course, it's not a decision to be rushed. Anything is possible. Maybe we could discuss this later. Will you be staying with us? Will you be staying with us overnight, friends?
Probably, I assume so.
Potentially. Sorry to just have a small interrupt, my traveling friends. Let's have a little discussion, please. Just like the few of us.
Oh, yes, of course.
You want to sing the praises of your massager, don't you?
I need to tell you
Have you seen
all
Ilma?
about it.
Have you seen
Ilma is he's
so
a dream,
good,
isn't he?
So good. I will leave you to your private discussions, and she leaves the room. Notably, two staff do not.
Have I by this point read my little note from Ilmar yet?
I assume. Well, I mean, you could have glanced at it obviously whilst you were traversing. It says, "Meet me after dark." And there's a sort of a little map, and it indicates that you go kind of outside through the back of the treatment room, and there's a sort of an indication that you should meet him outside the main building after dark.
Okay. In that case, I will look at each one of you, eyeballs to eyeballs, and using my relatively newfound telepathic abilities. Just tell you all that we are potentially in danger. Don't trust anyone except Ilmar, probably. And then obviously, next sentence, he gave me a note. We have to go meet him on this place after dark. We need to stay over. I'll pay, probably.
Oh, in that case, I just do a thumbs up.
Yeah. One thing we do need to ask is it single rooms or can we have a group room? Because I don't like the idea of us having single rooms.
Very unlike you. All right.
I'm thinking of safety and security, nothing else.
I'm sure somewhere like this could accommodate us. They're probably used to similar requests, maybe.
But are you going to go and ask your concierge?
I'll go. I'll go do the old razzle dazzle. Sadly, I'm almost without weapons. So I'll be.
Okay,
I'll
so
have a
you're-
wander through.
So you're going back. The concierge stands up. Sir, how was your massage?
Oh, divine! Ilmar is a
Oh,
gift from the god. So
yes,
all of them.
yes.
All of them, not just yours, but he's too good for just one god.
Oh, yes, quite understand,
I've
sir. Quite understand.
I haven't been this relaxed since before I was born, probably.
Oh, well, I'm so glad that his services met with your approval, sir.
Good job. Anyway, so I was wondering, we're having a really, really, really good time here.
Oh, that's so heartening to hear, sir. So heartening.
The service is 5-star, impeccable.
Ah. Oh, this warms my
cannot-
heart, sir.
I'm
Warms my
glad.
heart.
I'm glad. I'm glad. So if we wanted to stay over tonight,
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. We have many rooms available.
would you perchance have a room that can sleep all 5 of us comfortably without sharing
Oh,
beds?
oh.
Separate beds, 5 separate beds, one room.
Oh, well, we have a room for 4, and we have a room for 2. We have several rooms that sleep 2. All single beds, sir. So we could do you a 4 and a 2, maybe.
Could you? I know I'm maybe being slightly demanding here. I'm terribly sorry. However, would you be able to take a bed from a room that isn't being used and put it in the 4 room? I would obviously
course,
add something for the inconvenience.
Yes, of course. Yes, that's absolutely fine. He looks confused, but yes, of course, we can turn the 4-bedroom into a 5. No problem at all.
I knew we were right to come here. What I'd heard about your service, your customer service, was not even slightly exaggerated.
Oh,
Sorry, I don't remember getting your name.
Oh, my name is Sayeth, sir. Sayeth.
Thank you. Just so I can, when I leave, I can leave a review because I'd like
yes,
to
please
name
do.
all the people individually who have really made a
TripAdvisor Fey
difference.
Room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, sir. So we do pride ourselves on our very high ratings on Faerun Advisor. Yes, absolutely.
Amazing.
Yes, of course. So it's 4 gold pieces per night. Yes.
Amazing. And does that include breakfast?
5 silver per meal, sir. So that'd be 20 gold pieces for the stay, and 25 silver for dinner, and 25 silver for breakfast. So.
Okay, call it 26 gold pieces. Take one for
Very
yourself because of your
very
service.
kind,
Little
sir.
tip
Very
for
kind,
you.
sir. Very kind.
And I'll go and inform my friends that we've managed to come to an arrangement.
Absolutely.
Is it separate? Please tell me it's separate beds, Medicus.
Just give me a moment to get the bed situation sorted, and then I'll come and show you where you'll be staying for the evening, sir.
Amazing. And also potentially later in the evening. I mean my slightly, shall we say, rustic friend. He's very much enjoys the outdoors, specifically at night. And I would like to surprise him with a little trip, around the temple gardens after dark.
Very good,
Nothing,
sir.
nothing untoward, obviously.
Very
However,
good, sir.
I would just like, is that something that would arouse suspicion? I don't want to upset any guardsmen or anything you may have.
Well, the gardens are available at any time, sir. They're through this.
Oh, perfect.
They're through this door here, and he gestures off to the sort of left-hand side of your screen. This is the door, the garden area. We wouldn't advise wandering in the woodlands at night, sir. You never know quite what would happen, and there are some dangerous buildings to the north of the temple that we would definitely advise you to not get involved with.
Oh, absolutely.
So-
They're ruins. They're very, very dangerous.
I mean, you saw my armor when I came in. Do you think I do dangerous?
Of course. not,
It's
sir.
all for
Of
show.
course
Let me
not, sir.
assure you.
Of course.
Wouldn't know which
Yes.
of the sword to put where.
Yes, there's some ruins to the north that that we would ask you don't go near. But the gardens you're welcome to at any time.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm going to return to my friends in the lounge. But honestly, you have made this whole experience simply divine.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. And he, as you go back into the lounge, he sort of follows you, and he goes and he whispers something to the staff that were in the room, and they momentarily look confused. And you hear them say, "A bed? They want us to." Okay. And then they scuttle off through a door, and you can distantly hear the sounds of very heavy furniture being dragged down a corridor. There's quite a lot of swearing. Bed frames are very heavy, I imagine, in Faerun. That sort of light pine wood probably not been invented, so much. So, there's quite a lot of scuffing and swearing and noise and stuff. And after
But all
about,
in a peaceful, friendly, relaxing way.
it does jar slightly with the music that you can hear in the sort of lightly scented, like floral scent. And after about half an hour, he comes back in and says, we've prepared your room, sir. Would you like me to show you to your lodgings? The two staff have followed him back in, and they've just like slumped down in a couple of chairs, like, fucking hell.
Right. Somebody get these staff a drink. They need a drink.
No, they're fine, sir. They're fine. They'll take care of themselves. Don't worry. And he like shoos them away, so they pick themselves up and disappear back into the kitchen, looking chastised.
I think actually, it's still relatively early in the whole plan of the day, isn't it? It looks quite light outside still.
Yeah, it's probably. It's probably like we got here in the morning, right? So it's probably just approaching lunchtime. To be fair.
Yeah. What we'll do, if it's okay with you, my new friend, is we'll just hang around here for a little while, enjoy the facilities, and I'll pop through to the foyer when we're ready to retire to our rooms.
Yes, of course, sir. Of course.
Obviously, all of our equipment is still safely stowed in the changing rooms, I presume.
Of course. Yes.
Excellent. Lovely. Well, thank you again so much for all of your help.
Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I will be back behind my desk whenever you need me, sir.
Thank you so much. Goodbye.
I don't know who's buttering it up who the most.
Oh, I've got a plan. Don't worry.
Okay. Well,
That's
so there
what
you go.
worries me.
I'm making it a thing. Oh, that's great. Okay, everyone. We have a room. It's got 5 beds in it. I think that's what we heard. Probably. We've got the whole afternoon and then the evening. So, what should we do?
Yeah, what do?
We haven't seen another person that isn't a staff member yet, have we?
You have not.
Maybe we should just go for a bit of a wander around and see if we come across anyone.
For a place that's supposed to have so many staff,
Where are
when he needed the bed to be moved, did he grab the two guys from the kitchen who were here working in the bar? That
Maybe
doesn't
there's,
point
like-
to there being a lot of staff.
Maybe they're the only ones he trusts with the muscle. You know, maybe they were the strong ones.
The lady behind the bar said her sister does exercises in the gardens. If there's anybody else staying here, maybe might be somebody there. I don't suppose your new friend told you if there was any other visitors here?
To be honest, I didn't ask. It took every ounce of charm I had to get what I needed out of him.
No, we're talking about information, Vedeketh.
Yeah, obviously. He's not my type. Far too obsequious. That's another good word. I've been practicing.
You sure that book you got isn't a dictionary?
I mean, it could be a thesaurus. Rah.
Okay, who are you and where's the real Vedeketh? Right.
So yeah, like
maybe
we
a
could have a
couple of us
wander over
take-
the gardens.
Yeah.
Sure,
I don't
why
think
not?
any of us should be go anywhere on our own.
No, absolutely not. We always have to have a buddy.
Yeah, buddy system. Always have at least one person with you, unless you're using the facilities, in which case they stand out.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
You have become friends, but not that close.
Remind me, have me and Juniper have to share a bed yet because there was a lack of space, or is that in my imagination that's happened?
I think that was your imagination.
Don't think so yet.
We forced anybody to share beds.
No, because of
against,
the
like, non-consensually.
because of the size of like
Yeah.
the room or something. I remember there was like a really small room at some point that we all stayed in.
So you stayed
No,
in
that
the Firefly cavern, didn't
That's
you?
In the
right,
Firefly,
yeah.
but there was enough beds for all of
There
us.
There
was,
was enough beds
okay.
for everyone.
Yeah.
I just seem to remember that room being really tiny. And...
It wasn't a big room.
yeah.
No.
Oh, Merlin.
Oh,
It's just the fact that EJ's gone very quiet after that comment.
So, priorities are what? To meet this masseuse and look around for other people that aren't staff members.
Yeah, it sounds like a
Well,
plan.
so far, all we know is here is this bar, where they also do the pedicures and the manicures,
Over here.
the gardens, and the massage rooms.
They did talk
What
to you
other
about,
services did they
talk
offer?
to you about a bathhouse.
The bathhouse as well.
And there were, in front of you as you walked in, there were two double doors that looked like they went
Oh, those are
through
the ones
to
behind the changing rooms.
Yeah, behind the changing rooms. As he sort of indicated that was where the bathhouse was.
And obviously, somewhere around here must be the room we're going to be staying in.
So the people, when they left the bar, went through this door over here, up on the sort of north side of the room. So you assume that is through that door somewhere is where. That was where all the clanging was coming from and all the swearing, and that was where they disappeared. So
The staff members haven't told us that we can't go around anywhere, have they? They haven't asked us to stay here until the room's ready or anything like that.
no instructions have been given to you like that.
In that case, I say we go for it and start looking around.
Let's have a
We've
nosy
been told.
Parker.
Well, Vedeketh was politely asked not to go north of here.
Not to go north of the building.
Not to north of the building. So it doesn't say we can't go anywhere in the building.
Yes, yeah, I think we
Yeah.
should
It's
have
the
a proper
woods.
look around.
I love the fact that he said to Vedeketh that he preferred that I don't go near the woods because they're dangerous. It's like,
You mean this enchanted
Oh.
forest that we're
This enchanted
apparently
forest.
in? Yeah.
Oh,
So it's Vedeketh's come into the.
I'm
So
gonna wander
you've
into
been
the garden.
wandering. Vedeketh's
Yeah.
fucked off
Yeah.
into the garden.
I'm going that way as well. So
He's got distracted. It's still Bedeketh after all.
So an iron fence, overgrown with ivy, surrounds this small garden. An earthen path weaves between a scattering of trees, flower bushes, and stone benches. Various iron weights, wooden poles, and heavy sacks are strewn about the place.
and 2 armed people.
Yeah, this is just because they're not armed. They're just everybody's. There are no tokens for Dungeons and Dragons that are not armed, really. So there's a couple of people in here. They're leaning on benches and they are heaving like they've just had a very, very, very big workout. There's also an elf. I don't have an elf token.
I was going to say, is one of them a female elf? But
No, there's a female elf in here. And she says, welcome. Are you looking to get fit? You looking for some physical workout? And the two... I mean, they're 2 chaps, and they're just like absolutely dripping.
we're just coming to enjoy the nature for a while.
Oh, are you sure?
At the moment.
Oh, I'll take you up on your offer of some vigorous exercise.
Oh, marvelous. You gonna do that in your robe, are you?
I mean,
Don't tell him that, he'll take it off.
yeah, I'm gonna say this. I've already got my pants on underneath. They're not even my pants.
Well.
I can't help it but whisper to Tasha, is that the first time he's ever said that?
Probably not.
Well, I've got 3 activities for you today. We've got squats going on in this corner over here. We have got tug of war going on with my tree friend here. And we got some skipping. If you can complete...
I wasn't expecting when you said a tree friend and one of them to suddenly just appear in the middle of the room.
I realised he wasn't in the room. Yeah. If you can complete all 3 of these activities, you will win a prize.
Oh, absolutely. Let's go.
Okay. So
should probably get some PE kit or something on, right?
Yeah. She sort of indicates that there's suitable kit is available from the changing rooms. She sort of sticks her head around the door and shouts, Saith! Yes, ma'am, yes. This gentleman's going to join in my activities. He'll need some appropriate clothing then, so, yes. And he makes clothing available to you.
I will get changed.
Vedeketh just says, is clothing optional?
He doesn't. He's like,
Prim.
He's had a vicious, what's the word? Clandestine warning. He's like, oh, I can't get my guard down too much.
Preoccupied.
Yeah, he's like, oh.
So Saith looks to the rest of you and says, would anybody else like to partake in exercise?
I just sit on the floor with whatever bit of cake I've got left and just go, nah, I'm good.
Yeah,
And wow.
I've got a pie.
It was squats, tug of war, and what was the other bit?
Skipping.
Vedeketh's just in his PE kit, just like flexing.
Oh, excellent.
Just casually flexing.
Excellent. Yep, look at this.
I think I spoke over EJ then, I do.
No. I've grabbed some floor. I've got pie, and I'm going to watch the show.
Yeah.
The gun show.
Hey.
With tree fellas.
Hey.
Are you sure you bookish people don't want to join in the workout? It's good for you, physical workout.
I just burst out laughing.
I still like the fact that she's just called me a book person.
Yeah, I want to join in even less now you called me bookish. Thanks.
Well, all right, to each their own. So she points you in the direction of the squats corner. You need to perform 3 sets of continuous squats and succeed on constitution checks.
Okay. What? So it's 3 times?
They're going to get harder as you go up. So roll me a con check.
7.
Oh, you failed the first one.
I can
So
do better. I can do better.
you have disadvantage on the second one. Roll me the second one with disadvantage.
Nope.
12.
12.
Yeah.
Oh, you failed on the second one as well. So roll me with disadvantage again.
$17.
Oh, amazing! You so she's cackling at you, quite derisively, it has to be said. But actually, what you start off really slow, and you're just kind of like, you're probably posing too much and not really paying attention
Absolutely.
to like what's actually going on here. So your first sets are like not quite fast enough and not quite up to her tempo and not good enough, and then you sort of realize that actually, you know, you need to pull it out of the bag here, and then you do a perfect set, and she's like, oh, all right, okay, all right, I see you. Let's see how you fare against my tree. And the two chaps have they're now sitting on this bench propping each other up, and they're looking a bit sort of interested about what's going on. But they don't look like they're capable of actually talking to anyone right now. They're still heaving quite badly. Could you strength athletics check, please?
Athletics. That's a dirty 20.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Yeah. You you win the tug of war very easily, and the contest ends. The tree is very like
one-handedly.
yeah, like the tree is really surprised and makes a kind of creaky, groany sort of a noise. She now looks really pissed off. And
Damn it, I was rooting for the tree end.
The chaps give a sort of low-grade applause, and as they're giving their low-grade applause, she glares at them and they immediately stop. Like, okay. You need to now do some skipping. She has got a heavy metal chain that's being spun between her and the tree. You need to succeed. You're going to need to do this 3 times. Roll me Dex acrobatics, please.
Acrobatics. That's a 6.
Okay.
Ouch.
So you hang on. You take. Hang on. 2d6. Hang on a second. You take 6 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Roll again.
$14.
Ooh, you just missed that. Roll again.
$18.
Oh my goodness. You do very good skipping. Very good skipping.
Oh yeah.
She is really fucking pissed off. She looks very, very annoyed. I was like, well, you seem to have secret reserves there, friend. I didn't think.
Well, you know, flex
Well.
is a bit more.
Yeah, I didn't think you were going to get through that. And she very grudgingly goes over to a little chest and throws you a potion of giant strength.
Oh yeah.
As if his ego needed to be inflated anymore.
That's going right in my pockets.
It might just be his head we can't get through the door.
And
Do you think he'd be that good at skipping?
I didn't even know he could jump.
I'm normally wearing like heavy armor, guys.
That's what I was thinking. I didn't know you could
But
jump.
at least it was physical tests. It's not as though she was asking him to spell anything.
Well, imagine if it was skipping and mental arithmetic.
Oh, that would
Now
have been the
that's a
end of it.
contest I could have got into.
She skulks out of the room. She looks really pissed off. She says to Saith as she's walking past, she's like, I'm taking a break now.
You're not allowed to be angry. You're in an enchanted forest.
She spins round, and as she spins round, Saith like puts a hand up to her and is like, "I'll no, don't worry about that, Mum. Don't worry about that. I will settle the guests."
Sassy wizard in the corner.
Oh, call
Settle
us
the guests.
bookish. I'm gonna dish it out.
And Saith
She
sort of
started it.
follows her to the edge of the lounge and sees her into the lounge. And is like, dreadfully sorry
I
about that.
don't think someone's happy.
Dreadfully sorry about that. That's one of my bosses, sir.
Oh dear. Well,
They're not leaving a very good impression of the place, really.
Congratulations on winning the contest. People they don't usually, and he gestures to people sitting on the bench.
I would like to heal myself with my amounts of lay on hands.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would like it to be an amount of showy, holy glowiness, and a bit like fancy, just to make a small point.
Be a bit sparkly, are you? A little bit sparkly.
Oh yeah. Maybe a little bit of residual glow afterwards,
Nice.
as it slowly dims from the holiness of my heal.
Okay. So
There's glitter everywhere. In other words,
Yeah, a little bit.
he raises an eyebrow and says, "Very good, sir. Very good." And sort of bows a little bit and backs out of the room and goes back to his table.
The two chaps that are watching,
Yeah.
would they appear to be quite impressed, or are they equally, annoyed?
Roll me a perception.
Doing a percept.
Do me a percept. Do me a percept.
I love doing percepts. That is a straight 9.
I mean, they're fucking knackered, mate.
I would like to walk over to these two gentlemen and offer them my hand to shake their hand, sort of thing. And as each of them shakes my hand, I'd like to give them just one little point of healing.
Oh,
Just to perk them up a bit,
A
make them feel a
pity
bit better.
point.
that's very nice.
No pity, it's humility and all that jazz.
So the one that says it's a noble is actually a dwarf. They don't have names. Why don't they have names?
Sparkle
And
a little bit now.
huh?
Did they sparkle a little bit now?
Yeah, they do look, and they say, "Oh, thank you, friend. This workout was a bit more intense than we were expecting, if we're being honest."
Don't worry. Small gift from Tempest.
Oh,
That's all part of the service.
it's very kind.
Just out of curiosity, my name's Mediketh. What are you guys called?
Yeah, that's a good question. They don't.
that's it. Put the GM on a
Yeah,
spot.
it's a good. It's a good. That is
Chaz
a
and Dave.
good question. I mean, they can be Chaz and Dave. We've already got a Dave. Though.
Oh yeah, we have.
God.
We've
Gimli and
already
Aragorn. I don't
got
know.
a
Some
Dave.
generic names.
One of them is, so the dwarf is called Gerald. And the other one is a dragon born called none of these people have names either. Called Vandel. Gerald and Vandel.
A pleasure to make your acquaintances. What brings you to this temple of perfection?
The dwarf. So slightly weird. You notice that the dwarf is wearing a wig and a fake beard. And he defers to the Dragonborn, who very proudly says, "Oh, I am a veteran of the Flaming Fist in Baldur's Gate. I had a leg injury, and I came here to recover from my leg injury."
Did you take an arrow to the knee?
He used to be an adventurer like you.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, this is physical. This is my PT, but it's a
I
bit
see.
like it's a bit more physical than I
Rehabilitation.
was expecting, to be honest.
I see. And you, Gerald, there's follically challenged, are we?
He looks very, very sheepish, and says,
You can trust me.
well,
I'm a friend.
all of my hair fell out.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh!
And
How?
I don't know. I was hoping to find treatment here. But I thought I might get a bit of exercise, but that fucking Jesus,
Anyone know a hair transplant cantrip?
that elf lady. Whew.
Anyone learn prestidigitation?
Well, he says that. I mean, the other lady, the other elf. She's promised she can fix it. She just
Oh, the lady in the bar,
yeah,
the lounge.
Morgana, yeah. She
That's
just
a name.
yeah. She said something about having my painting done. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that seems a fair price to return what I can only imagine was a fucking glorious beard.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
Perhaps this good dwarf may know of our mutual friend being here.
That is a good question, Gary. What he said.
Friend?
We have come looking for someone we know has lost a friend of theirs, a dwarven fellow called Foldruck, who apparently may have come here.
I do the standard trick at this point.
Have you seen this dwarf?
Have you
There
seen
go.
this dwarf?
They both like startle.
I love doing that.
When you do it, right, little white letters pop up at the bottom. Reconstruction.
I was thinking of trying to get Quilliam involved and making it a whole shebang, like a stars in your eyes thing, with a little portal. And
Tonight,
Good night,
Vedeketh,
Matthew.
I will mostly be.
So they both sort of startle, and then they say, "No, we've not." And the dwarf in particular is like, "No, I've not seen any other dwarves." It's a bit strange here. It's a bit strange.
is it
Everything's-
almost too perfect?
Well, I mean, a bit. Although you saw how weird the elf, the Azira was. Azarissa? I didn't catch her name properly. She was really into the fucking exercise, man. It was like a thing.
Yeah, some people are weird like that.
Yeah. It didn't seem to fit with the vibe. Have you used any of the other services?
Oh my god, let me tell you. Oh, there's a drow masseuse.
Oh.
Like, honestly, best thing ever. Worth every part of the 20 gold.
Okay. All right.
Like, he's probably worth about 23 gold. You know, it's that good.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Suddenly doing
yeah,
that
the-
thing with the names again.
And the knight
Ilmar,
sorry,
that's his name.
yeah,
Ilmar.
the
Top
veteran,
bloke.
they sort of look at each other and they're like, oh, maybe we should go have a massage, like that. I mean,
Definitely.
this
It'll help your
exercise was
knee.
like a lot, so yeah, maybe we should go have a massage. It seems like a nice thing to do.
Yeah, I think you should go. If you've got the gold, obviously.
Yeah, we've got the gold. And the dwarf laughs and says, I'm a noble. Of course I've got the gold.
Oh, a noble.
Of course I've got the gold.
So, how you doing? No,
I mean, you should. Why not?
how's he
Don't
so
tempt
bold?
him.
War.
Oh, Catherine, welcome to the... Sorry, just brief interlude. Catherine, welcome to the chat room. I miss you too, lovely. I hope life in Australia is treating you really well.
Oh my god, yeah. Sorry, I just recognised who it is. Yes.
Yeah. It's lovely Catherine has a proper grown-up life in Australia now, unfortunately. Well, it's better for them and the small person. But we miss you a lot. Right. Okay. We're talking to this noble. We're not talking
This
to people,
noble.
there's people from Australia, even in Faerun. Yeah, so...
I'm sure there is a down under in Australia, in
in
Faerun somewhere.
Faerun. What would be underneath Faerun? I don't know. Let's not get into that now.
I don't know. They've never got that far.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
map,
the
but I know.
Oh
Underdark.
yeah, the Underdark. I don't think we should be saying that Australia is the Underdark.
I know the beasties are similar levels of dangerous.
I mean, to be fair, like dangerous beasties.
Yeah.
I mean, the Underdark is quite dangerous, but yeah, I don't really feel like we should be saying that the Underdark.
I've now got images of an underdark koala for some reason. Just scaring me.
Yeah. Let's not talk anymore about the Underdark. We're not in the Underdark right now. So yeah, these
I don't plan to be in there at all.
These people are very interested in the idea of a massage, and they're like, maybe we're gonna go and have a massage now.
Yeah. And definitely ask for Ilmar. Just saying.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Probably be less stressful than what you were doing here.
Yeah, totally. Well done, friend. We were impressed to see that you passed all her trials. That was very impressive. We're very impressed by that.
And yeah, I was showing off a bit with the squats, showing off my perfect form. But then I realized it was really hard, so I thought I'd just stop messing around and
Yeah,
had to step it up.
She's
And
pretty
then-
hardcore.
And then I thought the tree friend would be stronger.
Is that the tree still here? I take it.
Yeah, it's just standing in the corner.
I'm surprised, as much as I think the tree friend was, that I won that. And then I think I spent a little bit too much energy with the tree friend. Because those first couple of goes at the skipping, I couldn't get the timing. But then by the third round, smashed it.
Nice. Yeah, it was very impressive. Will you be? Are you staying the night?
Oh yeah, we're gonna stay the night. It's such a great place and the service is so good.
Yeah.
We just thought we'd make while we're in the area, when in Rome, as it were. I heard that in a book once. I mean, read that in a book. Nope.
Okay. Well, I think maybe we're gonna go and book a massage, and then maybe we'll see you in the bar this evening, friends.
Oh yeah, we can have some drinks and have some chats and share adventure stories. That'd be great.
Yeah. So they wander off, maybe in the direction of they walk through the walls because that's how this thing works.
I'm going to walk over to the tree thing.
Okay.
That was very close. I thought you had. I don't know how he beat you. Just to see if there's any intelligence there.
That's a good question. How much?
If it's a tree and it's intelligent, if it's an animated tree, it wouldn't be. So I'm just trying to sort of strike up conversation to see if there's any intelligence there.
Let me see. It's mobile, but it doesn't say anything.
I was hoping I may have had a chat with it. Never mind.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything.
I'm sure you'll beat the next one. Just walk back over to the others.
While I'm following people back or wherever they're ending up, I'm trying to make a mental note to check paintings because that struck me as very odd that the cost of beauty or the transforming services was to have your painting done. Like, that's very it's giving off red flags. So I'm wondering whether, like, if there are any paintings of maybe, what was his name? What was the dwarf's name?
Foldruk.
That's the one. Maybe there's a painting of him somewhere. If he has taken up the service, because it's very weird that there aren't many people here. Like,
Well,
you
those
think,
two are the first other guests we've seen.
right? And it feels like if it's such a it is a well-known place, or did I mishear the history bit? Like, it is known.
I mean, there are several temples to Soon for sure, but yeah, it's a place you'd
I'm
vaguely heard of.
I can vaguely remember the concierge, well, I can't remember what his name was now, saying that there were other guests.
Yeah.
Something about a couple of halflings, and well, he said a dragonborn. Well, we've just met a dragonborn,
You've met a dragonborn. Yeah.
but mentioned halflings. We've not seen them here.
So I'm just keeping an eye out. Just having a. I don't know if
Well-
I need active perception for that, or.
I mean, there aren't any paintings in the garden. I'll give you.
Oh
that one.
no!
I'll give you that one for
Obviously,
free.
yeah, for free. For free. The treant just turns around and there's just a giant painting. On
Yeah, exactly. The back of the treant is just yeah. No, there
Mobile
aren't any-
gallery.
There aren't any treants in the garden. Are you going to go and search for paintings? What are you doing?
I think I'm like just being weary in the back and just having a look wherever we are rather than actively looking around, because it seems more important to follow up on Vedi's note right now. I think.
I mean, you got some time.
I mean, I'm not going to go on my own, so I'm just going to stick to wherever we are and just look around whenever we're in a new room. So I might get annoying and ask every time, is there a painting in this room?
You're going to be rolling a lot of perception.
Oh boy.
You can always ask for my help.
Oh, okay.
It's done so well.
Okay,
Alright.
so where are people
Yeah, where are you
going to now?
What are you doing? What do, friends? What do?
The services we were offered were all to do with exercise, stuff like that. So it was like,
Yeah, so the entry to the bathhouse, they were massages, they were pedicures, they were manicures. Massage, obviously, you've done. Haircut, shave, waxing.
well, I'm not having my hair or beard cut. You've had that.
What about a spot of waxing? You know, I'm sure it gets warm in the night sometimes.
You have been to Faerun, right? Like where we are, like yeah.
I sleep under the stars and prefer the night sky to a building. Do I look as I care about my personal appearance?
I mean, probably not. Good job I'm
Stunned
here.
silence.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Pass from the ranger over there.
I'm not saying that rangers have a stereotype, but there is one.
Exactly. Come on, gruff, human, scar on the face. This is not the face of someone that's fancy.
I'm also quite proud of you that you've not even been tempted at all by all this sort of like, you could be anything you want, and you're like, no, I'm quite happy how I am. So I think that's very nice.
Well, I think we should. I think we should be for all that exercise. Go for a little bath
Oh,
to the bathhouse.
okay. So you come back into this the foyer area. Are you looking for paintings?
Oh,
Chris?
of course. Of course.
Roll me a percept, please.
I can do that. Oh, I rolled off a 17. Okay, that is 10. Boo.
No paintings here.
Okay.
Sayath is here, however. He says, "Oh, how may I assist you? Are you Where would you like to go?
I actually have a question, if
Of
I
course.
can.
Of course.
Where are we?
Where are
On
we?
like yes, because we got transported here by a book.
Ah, yes.
Where did we actually end up?
We're in the high forest.
Eh,
He says, like with complete conviction, like you're gonna know where that is.
And
Does
do we
this
know
question
where
know?
that is?
I don't know. How weird is the high forest?
I'm trying to remember where it is myself. Isn't it to the north of? Well, I suppose make a roll. I suppose
Yeah. Do make a roll.
nature, survival.
Yeah, one of those.
Histoire.
I'll go with survival because it's my best roll. Oh, for pity's sake!
You done it again.
You were rolling like shit tonight.
Oh, good lord.
Yes.
Oh, 7. Oh.
I think it's out in the middle of the sea. I
mean, there's
rolled
a
a
risk.
1. I rolled a natural 1.
Am I allowed to roll off as well, or is this?
Yeah. You can. I mean, we're having this as an open discussion
15.
whilst I try and find a map of Faerun.
What did we? Sorry, what did we roll off? Or can we pick?
Yeah. Pick something. That
Can I
makes
do an
sense to you.
investigation?
Yeah, you can do an investigation.
I'm trying to think where I've seen a map of Faerun recently.
Can I have a dirty 20?
You can have a dirty 20 map of Faerun.
They need to make that a cocktail, don't they? if they
Oh
haven't
my
already.
god, yeah.
Why is there not any gaming place that's made that into it?
And it's just a martini, but like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a dirty martini, just got a dirty 20.
Oh my god.
If it comes to extra alcohol, it's a critical hit.
Critical hit, right.
Surely alcohol is a nat 1 to your brain, no?
It is in my case, by the looks of it.
Yeah.
I am not this D&D Beyond does not like me.
Yeah. So it's in the northwest area of Faerun. It's sort of at the foot of the Nether Mountains.
Near the frozen north,
so,
not
yeah,
quite.
Exactly. near the frozen
Icewind south of Icewind Dale.
north.
So it could be quite cold here.
Yeah, it could be quite cold, but it's a physical place, so it's not like you are not in a.
We're not in a manor in a temporal plane.
You're not in a temporal plane. You're not in a pocket dimension. You're not in any of the other exciting places that you've been. You are in a physical bit of Faerun that you could probably reach through ordinary means of travel, should you so require.
I mean, the book was quite convenient. I'll give it that.
It saved lots of travel.
Yeah. So yes, you're in the high forest. You're in a sort of private grove. You are southeast of Silvery Moon. So
Oh, we're up that part. Faerun, right. That's personal knowledge, not Galway's, obviously.
yeah, that's fine. So yeah, you're up in that corner.
To say, do people often just materialize at your door and you just let them in?
We are a temple. We are welcoming to anybody who requires the services of the Restful Lily.
But it doesn't seem
you-
unusual that we got here because of a book.
A book, sir?
That's what Sasha was saying.
Oh, I mean, people turn up here all the time in all sorts of different ways. He doesn't look particularly
Insight
concerned.
check.
He doesn't look particularly concerned. Roll for insight.
Right, I'm going to physical dice after this. Because I've just rolled a 5 this time.
23.
Yeah, he's just not very concerned about how you got here. He's not lying. He's just. It seems like people turn up here in all sorts of different ways, and like a book is no more or less weird than any other way that people might turn up. It's a temple, which it happens. It's very magical. You're in the high forest. Wait.
Do you ever get, I don't know, some issues with evil people or dangers that come
Evil
into your
people?
company?
No. We don't have any. No evil people. No. Never.
Just as a while we're having a lovely, honest conversation,
Absolutely, sir.
what precisely is in the buildings to the north? You piqued my interest.
Oh, they're just ruins. They're very dangerous. They're falling down. They're ruins. It's very dangerous to play in ruins.
You do know you're telling a band of admitted adventurers not to go near a place that's ruinous.
I mean, they're just ruins, so.
Okay, what were the ruins of?
Not sure actually. It's a good question. What were they ruins of?
They're ruinous ruins.
The ruinous powers.
So one of them is a tower. It was just, it's just a old tower. I believe the other one used to be a shrine, but
Ruins are us.
it's just ruins.
Oh, interesting. No, obviously, just being a paladin, as obviously I am, I find any kind of potential religious ruin quite fascinating.
But it's very dangerous. Though they're on the verge of collapse. We strenuously would not.
Oh no! I wouldn't. I mean, you might remember, I mentioned earlier, I don't like to get my armor dirty. I wouldn't be going myself,
Yes,
obviously.
Of course.
I'd be sending this lot.
Oh well, don't send them either, sir.
Oh,
It's very
thank
dangerous.
you for that, sir. So nice to know we're expendable.
Shrine to anyone specific? Do you know?
I think that was the original shrine to Soon. But obviously we now have the bathhouses and the rest of the temples, so yeah.
Oh, jolly good.
He smiles at you. He smiles at you expectantly into the silence. Is there anything else I can help you with? The
Yes,
bathhouse is just through.
I would
this
like to go to the
way,
bathhouse if
sir.
that's okay.
Oh yes, of course. Please do.
Worked up quite the perspire doing the exercises.
Yes, please do. You all. Is this what we're doing?
Sure.
Following, but at a slight distance, bit begrudgingly, but going anyway.
I mean, it's not compulsory. Some of you don't sound very sure about the bathhouse.
Oh, what is that? We're going to get.
Yeah, but it's not wanting to. We did say don't be alone.
Yeah. Where's Juniper? I don't want to leave Juniper.
Oh yeah, Juniper's still in the garden.
Oh yes, didn't move my token. Sorry.
That's all right. So as you wander into the hot springs, a floor of polished white marble surrounds a large central pool of steaming turquoise water in this large open-air bath. Stone pillars stand along the outside wall, sculpted with relief carvings of Soon. Between the pillars, frosted windows diffuse the light from the outside through the mist that hangs in the air.
Can you actually see anything through those windows?
Yeah, there should be. I may not have done a terribly good job with these walls, but yeah, you can see through these windows.
Would that happen to be the ruins we can see?
Yeah, so what you can see in front of you to the north is the ruined shrine.
And then that'd be the ruined tower off to the side.
And then off to the right is the ruined tower. Yeah.
Anyway, off we go. Let's have a little mess in the water. Do a little swim.
I will just sit on a bench.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
No, I think the water smells like a good idea.
I'm just doing some lengths.
Okay.
Oh, you do.
Doing lengths in a hot spring?
Yeah, just casually,
Yeah.
In other words, he's crawling along the floor, basically.
Yeah, okay.
I had to put myself to one side to get out of this madness.
Okay. So the pool is 10 feet deep, so some of you could do some swimming.
I could definitely swim in that.
How are you going to be here for a little while? What are you doing?
What's the little statue thing in the corner?
It sort of, there's a sense that somebody's sort of watching you a little bit. But it's, you can just sort of, you sense the outline of a thing
Actually, in the water.
in the water.
So I will look at the thing in the water and try a little telepathic message in common, like "hello."
Can people message you back?
No, no. So it's a one-way communication.
I thought so. There's a sort of flickering. Just a little flickering.
I'll try again. Hello, what's your name? Come and talk to me.
So after, are you staying for a little bit? Do you think?
Yeah, probably. Well, Vedekev's definitely gonna hang around in the bath for a bit because he's like chilling and it's all lovely and warm and.
Okay. So after about 10 minutes, a lady made of water appears, just sort of forms out of the water. And says, "Are you friends?"
Oh, always friends. Friends, definitely. Friends to everyone.
I feel like I should tell you if you're not friends. I can turn this water to acid in but a moment.
Ooh, that's cool.
That's a little. AJ's like, ouch.
Didn't even touch the water, like just covered along the top of it.
Gnomes can move quickly if they want to.
True.
You didn't want to get wrinkly. That's all it was. Nothing to do with the acid. You just didn't want to get wrinkly.
No.
Well, that'll be very unpleasant to do to someone who's just here for a nice time and a little chit chat, maybe.
You don't look dangerous.
Oh, absolutely not. Probably.
You do have weapons, though.
Not right here.
You've
I'm
got,
in my swimming trunks
you've
and
got
like.
your book, haven't you?
Yeah. It's not a weapon. It's a book. It's for reading and learning from.
Doesn't look like it's for reading.
I mean, can you even read, watery lady?
I can read. Can you?
I can read.
Oh, the trick question.
I can read, actually. I think I can probably read anything you can read.
Let's not start that one.
She smirks slightly and says, "This book has an ill feeling about it."
No, it's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
The book's fine. Don't you worry about the book. Everything's fine.
I'm quite worried about the book. I have many things to worry about.
Oh, well, do you want to share your worries?
Not with somebody who owns an evil book. No.
Oh. Fair enough.
And she vanishes back into the water. Just disappears.
Oh. Good to get out of the water rather sharpish.
Get out.
Just in case.
I will go close to the place where the lady was and like start talking at the water. I don't have any evil books, and I don't quite approve of Reddy having that one. Maybe talk to me, please.
You see the top of her head come back out of the water. And why should I do that?
We are on a little investigation. We are looking for someone who went here and is probably still, but we don't know. And maybe we could help with your worries while we're at it.
Roll me a persuasion, please.
Doing a persuade.
Do me a persuade.
10.
I think my worries are bigger than yours. And she vanishes again.
Right.
Right. I'm going to go over, just very calmly. Your worries, are they about the people that work here? Because we could help you.
Roll me a persuade.
Real dice, please, Badian.
Yes, real dice.
Yeah.
Not the way my dice have been going. Oh, I really stick into these dice. Right, that is a 19.
Oh.
That is the first time I've seen double figures on a dice for ages.
She pulls herself out of the water and sits on the side of the bath and says, you seem more trustworthy than your friends.
I thank you for that.
Why are you travelling with somebody who has an evil book?
I didn't know he had any.
Do you not know your companions?
Yes, but I didn't know the book was evil.
It radiates necrotic power.
I cannot sense that sort of thing.
Why should I trust you? Many have been here before.
We are here investigating someone that's missing. We think they came here. We think that there is something going on here that is... This place is not what it seems.
No, this place is not what it seems. That is true.
Are you trapped here?
I mean, I'm bound to this spring in the same way that dryads are bound to trees. This is my spring. This is
So
mine
she's
and I
a
live here.
naiad or something like that then.
She's a naiad, yes.
I can speak Sylvan, so I'm assuming I'd know something about that. Was the spring here before the building?
Before this building?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did they build it around you?
Did who build it?
The people that put this building up, was it put around your spring? Were you here as part of nature?
Sylvie built the building.
Were you here before, Sylvie?
Yes, Silvery built the building. We came to an understanding that I could have the pool and its waters. But these people are not Silvery, do you understand?
Silvery, something has happened to Silvery and they've taken over.
Something has happened to Silvery.
When was the last time you saw Silvery?
Not in 10 years. I'm very sad.
Some time.
Yes.
And how long after Silvery when did these people arrive?
Oh, they at the same time.
They arrived, Silvery disappeared.
Yes.
That is troubling indeed.
I don't let them in. I turn to acid when they
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Yes.
Very defensive.
Yes.
So you would like us to find what happened to Silvery for you?
An interesting proposition. Yes. It may be connected to your missing friend.
It is possible, yes.
I don't know. I don't know.
What do you know of those buildings? And sort of point through the window towards the ruins.
Not much. I know
Were
there are
they
hags here.
hags?
Hags. There are hags here.
How many hags?
3.
3 hags. Did they arrive as Silvery disappeared?
They are. They are the cause.
Did they take on the form of elves?
They are not permitted in my waters, I cannot say.
You have been most helpful. We will find out what happened to Silvery for you in exchange for this.
Thank you. My name is Kyrina.
Tyrina. My name is Vedica. Not Vedica. His name is Vedica. My name is Galway. Damn it!
She has a moment.
I'd actually just looked down and saw your name on the bit of paper as I was writing hers down. For some reason, I said it. Damn it. Okay, the truth is out.
Truth is
I am
now
actually
coming.
yes, I'm actually Vedeketh. No.
Thank you.
It is I, the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Thank you, Galray. I wish you luck in your trip, in your search.
I will whisper to her, thank you for telling us about the book. We will be careful of that.
Beware the book.
We
But
will.
beware the hags first.
Oh, definitely.
Many, many hags.
Many hags. Right.
One too many.
Go over to where everybody else is, because I get the feeling we can't be listened to in here.
They won't
So
come
inform
in
them.
here. They won't come
Yeah.
in here.
So inform them, just in case they didn't hear the conversation. 3 hags. We've met 2 women, one of which had an anger issue. The other one was very willing to make a deal.
Mm-hmm.
So,
In exchange for painting
in exchange for something.
something,
Yeah,
but it includes something to do with being painted.
that was the dwarf noble, wasn't it?
Yes.
So, is the concierge of the 3rd hag? Or is there another one here
yeah.
somewhere else? And the concierge, your masseur friend,
What if
the 2
Elmar's
servants, are they working for them?
I don't know if working's the word I would use.
From what I've
Ilmar-
heard of legends about hags, yeah, I think enforced is probably closer.
Yeah.
Omar he went to great efforts to not for our conversation to not be overheard by anyone. Like, if the walls had ears, as it were.
So he wants to warn us as much as the lovely lady there just did.
So we need to meet with him
Mm.
and see what they have to say, and then figure out who or what they are, or who of the people we've met are potential hags. Yeah.
And obviously we've also Silvery disappeared as these ones arrived. So by the sounds of it, they did something about Silvery.
And they don't want us to go anywhere near
The tower
the tower or
and the old shrine.
the old build or old ruin. Yeah, the only ruins, wasn't it? They're just ruins.
Well, we were told the concierge said the ruins were the shrine that was built before this place.
So would we infer that that was Sylvie's? Sorry, I forgot the name already.
Actually, Tyrina said that it's Silvery that built this temple.
This one, not
This
the
temple,
old one.
this building was built by Silvery, and he made a deal with her that she could stay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
okay.
The pool was already here. He built
Yes.
the temple around the
So-
pool
Right,
Silvery
okay.
on
is
the understanding she could stay there.
Yeah, so Silvery is a female elf who built the temple, and yeah, Kyrina made a deal with her to be able to stay.
Now, they've gone at the same time that the hags have come here. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, and Silvery has disappeared. And actually, I think when you looked in the book initially, you were told that Silvery could help you.
Right.
So
And-
the
and
book was from the
coincidentally-
initial.
And coincidentally, Silvery is nowhere to be found right now.
And Silvery disappeared about 10 years ago, just as this lot of here arrived.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think we need to be extra careful,
Yes.
and I think we should go to our room, wait nightfall.
And meet with
Meet
Mr.
with-
Masseuse.
Yeah,
You've
meet with
already,
Mushroom
you've already been
Grandmother.
told it's okay for us to wander the area,
Yeah,
as long as we don't
they
go
said
into
we
the
should go
woods
into
or go to the
gardens.
ruins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Ilmar
not
wants to
to-
meet us outside. The little map that Ilmar's drawn on the little note, does that lead us to the ruins or the tower? Would I be able to work that out from his cartography?
It leads you outside the building that you're standing in. If you remember from being in the sort of corridor before Ilmar's, like where he's got his treatment rooms, there's a door. There's basically a door at the back.
So
it's
the door we
basically
can
like-
see,
Yeah.
we can
Basically,
see there
it's
without
like
knowing it's there.
outside this door that you saw, and then round where Robbie's cursor is. It's kind of
Which would be easier to get out than trying to explain why we're going out the front door.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So there's a door at the back, and he's suggested that you sneak out of a back door, but he's not suggesting you go into any of the other buildings. He's just
Okay, cool.
suggested
I mean,
you meet.
if the worst
outside
comes to
the main
worst,
building.
I could feign a panic attack about being indoors and I need to be outside. And you guys get me out the front door just to get my breath back. But that would still make it obvious we're outside.
Yeah, we need to be a bit more
Subtle.
surreptitious. Cool. Right. Well, let's go and speak to Sayeth and go to our rooms. I think.
Okay. And once
It'd
we've
be even
already-
easier if our room ends up right next to it, wouldn't it?
Once we've gone to our room, maybe it'll be time to go to bed, because it is in fact time to go to bed. So you come back down, and Seth is happy to see you, and you say you want
Now
to...
for the fun bit, we've got to go through the bar. Is
Yeah,
she
then
in
you've got
there?
to walk through the bar. What, Morgana?
No. Her sister.
Oh, Azarissa.
Yes.
No, she stalked off to a different part of the building. Morgana is in the bar.
Hi, bye.
and she's
Bedtime,
in-
please.
Yeah, what is her reaction to us? Does she especially
Yeah,
when it comes to
I mean,
Vedicus?
Morgana,
Especially if her sister's annoyed.
Morgana seems fine. She's yeah. Is there anything we can get for you? Are you
Place is so relaxing.
Yes, are you staying for dinner? Can I get you any food?
Could we have food in our room tonight? A little bit of room service. You know?
Yes.
Would
of
that be
course.
okay?
Of course.
Oh, amazing!
Of
This
course.
place is the best.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I
Sayeth
try
is like,
something?
yes, of course.
Uses an action and a spell slot. My primeval awareness. It means I can sense any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead.
Oh,
It only tells me if they're in the area. It doesn't tell me who they are or where they are. It just tells me there are some. And it's within a mile. So basically, I could tell if there's anything within a mile radius of me that's fae, a fiend. If it comes up with dragon, I'm worried. Unless it tells me the dragonborn.
There are. Hang on. Fays or fiends.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I may have just broken the adventure with one ability.
5. 5. You detect, I think, 5.
do you know which thing you're detecting? Or
It's as an action you can expend one ranger's spell slot, 1 minute per level of the spell slot, to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead are present
elementals.
within 1 mile.
Hang on. Fine.
or within
6.
6 miles if I'm in my favourite terrain. I'm not, because my favourite terrain is plains. It doesn't actually. You don't have to tell me how many.
Yeah.
The feature doesn't reveal location or number. It just tells me there are some.
Okay, there are some. In fact,
There are
I've
some.
just-
I can sense fiends and fae.
Fiends, fays, and elementals. You can sense them all. We have a full house on the fiends,
Bingo.
fey, and elemental front.
Well, the elemental could be our friend in the bathhouse.
Yeah.
So naiads are fey, just FYI.
Oh, fae. So,
Yeah.
which
Tree man
I
might be an elemental.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so you've got...
But there are fiends.
Yeah,
It's a
you've
shame
got
I can't
fiends as
tell
well.
who. All I can tell is they're here.
No, exactly. You are...
I will pass this information on to my friends when we're
Okay.
more tight-knit group that people can't
So,
tell.
Saith brings you through here. He opens these 2 doors to this room here. So you've got your 4 beds as you come through. Oh no, not that north, EJ. The road. Yeah, round.
That way.
Yeah, there we go. And then north through there, and then through north again. There we go. So you've got your 4 beds here, and there's another bed kind of between the 2 doors against the other wall that's been hastily arranged for you. So yeah, this is your room.
Assume these windows don't open.
They don't open, no. But you
That's
can...
a shame. That'd be an easy way to the north to go and talk to him, wouldn't it?
You can see, yes. The point that Ilmar has indicated is immediately outside these windows, so that's quite lucky.
Damn it, if we can open this window, we could just talk through the window to him.
At least we'll know if he's there and we can wave.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I think, given that it's nearly 10 p.m. in the UK, which means it's nearly 11 p.m. In Europe, I think that it's time that we should leave.
We are all going to bed.
Leave our friends. Everybody is going to bed. So there you go. Thanks. Thanks very much, chat room. I know there's been a couple of people sitting around in chat. Love to you, Catherine. Love to Aquaze. I can see you loitering.
He does that.
I love the fact you're just accusing
I was just
Aquaze of being a loiterer.
Who's in my chat? Aquaze is in my chat. So yeah, love to everybody who's sitting in my chat right now. Thank you very much. We will pick up here. Maybe next week, because we shifted this week because Robbie was away.
Yeah, I'm free next week.
Yeah, maybe next week we will pick up here and see what is occurring in this strange temple of templeness, with its strange bathhouse and its strange people. But for now, chat room, I'm going to let you go, and we will see you next week. Bye, chat room.